Morning. Good morning, Carl. How are you? What's up, Carl? How is your leg? What happened at the hospital? Tell me everything. Hi, Lee Samson TV. Good morning. Lee Samson TV is dropping their link, asking people to support. Go watch, like, subscribe. Thank you for coming by, Lee Samson TV. We always appreciate you. It's eczema. Oh, okay. And what can they do for you, Carl? Is there some medicine or some lotions you can use? Hi. you, Jack. That was a big burp. What can they do for eczema? Let's see. What do doctors prescribe for eczema? Hydrocortisone, a couple of different kind of medicines. And then you have oral medications, antihistamines. Carl says they have me on a tablet to stop scratching at night. Oh, I hope that helps. Hi, Nino. Good morning. How are you, my friend? No, it's not new. Jack, leave it alone. You better leave it alone, you rotten dog. You're a rotten puppy. No, stop. It's not a toy. It's not for you. Stop. Stop. Oh, are you in a mood? Where's your purple cow? Purple cow. Get it. Get your purple cow. There you go. Where's Jamie to say, put the camera on the dog? So did you take the pill last night, Carl? Did it help? Maybe some other day, Nino? Play the song I wrote. It's nothing. My sock slipper stinks. You learned how to stitch yesterday thanks to A-Frame and Tina? Like sew stitch? Is that how you mean stitch? Oh, shoot, your mom. Dolly, good morning, Dolly. Dolly says, if you are enjoying the channel's content, hit that like, show support, and share this out and subscribe. Thank you, Dolly. How are you, my friend? Nina, what did I eat? I don't remember. I was trying to make a taco salad bowl, but it didn't work out. But that was my attempt. You had a bologna sandwich? We used to make fried bologna sandwiches all the time when we were kids. They were so good. So bad for you, but so good. Adam, good morning. Dolly says hello to Adam. What did Adam said, Dolly, keep preaching. Preaching tonight. Dolly's been preaching tonight. Has she really? I missed it. You had free McDonald's with Tracy yesterday. Nice. Jack feels very left out. Don't you, sir? So I woke up for you guys. I got my toy. I was in a good mood. Yes. Yes, you were. Such a sweet boy. We turned on the heat finally. Jack was cold last night. I had to cover him with a blanket. Hi, Kumari. Good morning. Girl, you are up all the time, are you not? Kumari is always live streaming, always has guests, and seems to be always awake. I think she's Superwoman. Hey, thank you for your friend and the advice that they gave. I appreciate it. Kumari. Hey, Jack. Hey, leave it alone. Hey. Rude. Thank you. Adam says free food is the best, Carl, for sure. Free home cooked food is even better. And everybody's saying good morning to Kamari. And Carl says there's a new McDonald's open besides the bus stop. Nice. How awesome for you. I almost stopped at McDonald's the other morning, but it was really busy. Jackie Poo, you feel better now? Lee, I am good. I didn't want to wake up this morning, and I couldn't find my hairbrush, and I almost didn't live stream. But here I am, I made it. So how are you, Mr. Lee? Mr. Lee. Lee says, no, that's not good. The hairbrush is important. I think it's out in the car. I'm just being silly. Lee says, as always, I'm on the mend. Good news. Do you have any plans today? What's today? Tuesday, payday. I'm gonna pay some bills. It's everybody else's payday. Jack, are you coming back to us, buddy? He's going to get water. He just finished eating. Hi, friend. Yep, it's empty. You're getting really good at that. Are you taking it up on the bed? Oops. Okay. Sorry. All right. There you go. You're extremely rude, sir. That's my boy. That's my noisy boy. Good morning. Say good morning, neighborhood. You want the sack? You lick the bowl? Lee is going to watch the rain again today and keep cleaning. I shudder at thinking about having to move. If I had to empty, oh my gosh, I've got so much junk. Lee says he doesn't make it. The bowl does not make noise when it's full. That's true. You're hilarious, Jack. You really are. Your face is too much. I can't stand it. Oh, so cute. Oh, so cute with your little bowl. Hang on. I'll mute you for a sec. Haha, there. What do you think, Jack? Yes? Lee says, I only have one suitcase and one box of items. Everything else is gone. I would definitely like to be able to scale back, but I'm just not going to stress over it. I think when I'm not working full time, I'll have more time to tackle those other things that I want to do. When will that be? Maybe another 10 years. We'll see. Hi. You are the cutest ever. And you got something on your eyeball right here. Let me see. Did I get it? Did we get it? Let me see. Lisa's cat, you have lots of stuff, but you use it, so it's no problem. Ooh, ooh. I have a lot of stuff I don't use. You know, I have these great ideas. Like I see stuff and I'm like, I can make something out of that. And I have so many things like that laying around that never had anything done with them. Those are the things I need to learn how to get rid of. Like old chair legs, like old chair legs. They're really cool and I want to do something with them, but I don't know what. And why am I hanging on to old chair legs? Why? Lee says, LOL, hoarding. Hoarding then. I was like that. And one day I said, nope, not used in 8 months, time to go. I always hear people say that about your clothes, like go through your wardrobe. If you haven't worn it in so long, get rid of it. But for a woman, I don't know about men, we bounce up and down with our weight. So you have your bigger girl clothes and your skinny girl clothes, and then your in between clothes. And you just save money if you hang on to those extra clothes. Wow, that was very loud. Do you feel better? Huh? Do you feel better? Wow, Jack. I just don't know what to say to you. Let's turn the light up. That's not really what we wanted, but that's what we wanted. I'm gonna turn the retouch off. There we go. Jack's beautiful. He doesn't need to be retouched. But yes, I need to do that more with the stuff that I have. That's not so much clothes. Lisa's agree on clothes. It's the random chair legs, etc. I know. If not used in garden, it's of no use unless planned start antique restoration. I tried that. I'm not very good at it. I'm not patient enough. So you're right. I'm looking at the place where I know they're hidden, and I'm just like, but I love them. There's something about them I just love. I'm so goofy. Hi, Meat. Good morning. You are about to go to bed, as in sleep. And hey, well, hey, and thank you for stopping by. Did you get my I left you a comment. Did you get that? I just did it this morning though. Lee says, so it's time to let go and collect coins instead. You can spend that. Lee says, gold has gone up again and silver. I have a little collection of broken jewelry that I've been hanging on to. I usually just cash it in and it's so much fun, but this is my last bit. My last bit of broken gold jewelry, so I'm hanging on to it for emergencies, for the apocalypse. Music Meep says, I did. I replied to it about 15 minutes ago, Kat. 4,000 an ounce now. Wow. Wow. I wish I had more. Yeah, I remember the last time I cashed gold and it was about 2,000. And that's exactly what I got, $2,000. Jackie, what are you looking for, buddy? Bye. See you later. Bye. I have not listened to that radio show, but I'm excited to because that's just the sort of thing I like. Meep. Music Meep. Do you have another name besides Music Meep, or do you prefer to be called Music Meep? Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says yes, but even small amount is a lot now. Yeah, I bet. Wow. I had to yell at Jack, make him come back. Why are you hiding? We're not going back out. We just went out. I'm not buying it. You just went potty too. Sorry. I turn your volume down if you're sensitive. Jack! Dude! Sorry. Wow, he's strong. He just pulled that whole dresser out, or that whole chest. Well, actually, it's just 2 crates, but he pulled that whole thing out from the wall. He's pretty strong. Ooh. Oh, you're such a troublemaker. Lisa's musical chairs. No, you better not. Jack's musical bowls. Where's your bowl? I'd rather you play with that. Are you thinking about it, sir? Meep says gold is intrinsic. From Egypt to modern times, it will always maintain its value. Cat, my real name is Tony, but people who know me call me Meep, and you can call me either. All right. So, what's back here? Let's see. This is going to fall. This is going to fall. Hang on a minute. There's probably a piece of food stuff back there. Let's look. Okay. Well, glad to meet you, Tony. Let me see first. There's nothing back there. Go ahead, look. Go ahead, look. There's chair legs. I did not lie. Old chair legs. Aw. You know, it's from the house that I lived in that was from 1860, that was built in 1860, so I guess it's just very sentimental. I took a lot of stuff out of that house. Okay, are we good now? We'll put everything back together. There we go. Thank you. What a good boy you are. All right. Where's your deer? Why don't you go find your deer? It's not back there. Your deer is not back there, I promise. Lee says, I'll stick with meat. If that's okay. Oh, Jack, rude. Stop it. Okay, I will pet you. Yes, just leave leave it alone. My goodness, you're full of yourself. You're full of yourself this morning. I guess he knows it's a day off. Jack says you don't need them. All right, you can have it. I don't care. If it makes you happy, you keep it. Okay? Jack is waving the yellow flag. Ouija board. Oh, yeah. You know, that is a Ouija board, but it's from like Amazon. It's really pretty, but it's not usable. So we bought the original, is it Parker Brothers game board? And me and my granddaughter played with it. Not much happened, but her and her mom played, and they had so much fun. They were up all night, and they kept accusing each other of moving the planchette. You know, Ouija boards are fun. Syed, hello. Jack says he is good. How are you? Meep says, it's cool, Magnetic, and thank you. Sorry for my slow reply. And Lee says, you're good, Meep. And Lee says, yes, they look good. I wouldn't use them. And that wasn't for Jack. He's just planning his next move. It says, I'm fine, Jack. You know, I'm Cat. Jack is the dog. He doesn't talk. Only telepathically. Like, I want to go out and I want to eat. And by telepathically, I mean scratching on the door and throwing his bowl around. I'm glad you're fine, Syed. Syed's searching for true love. Carl says ODSB is brilliant. What is that, Carl? Does anybody know what ODSB? Carl never answers me. I have to ask ChatGPT. What is ODSB? It depends on the context. Well, you're not in Canada. Is it medical? Because I see it falls under less common but could refer to something to do with medication. Carl, you have to tell me. Says, how are you? Right, Lee says he barks for that. Lee Sung Soon TV is back again. Hello, Lee Sung Soon TV again this morning. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for the hearts. Oh, it's a program on the computer. Really? And what do you do with it? And Music Meat says Magnetic North was that film Superman 1 North Miss Test Marker and or the Quartermass Experiment film in the UK, 1950s, 60s. Sci-fi film. I'm so lost. Oh, Sissy says a spy program? Question mark. Oh, Carl says I live stream with it. Good morning, Sissy. I hope you're feeling better. Lisa's no idea. I don't watch movies or TV. Lee is not the TV guy. Zed's not here today. We haven't seen him, Syed. I'm sorry. But you know, sometimes Zed hangs out in the background. We should be so lucky to have Zed in our background. Yeah, Lee says, I prefer being outside. Syed says, did you disappear? He did. He disappeared. I'm sorry. Music Meep says, North. I don't either, but I used to watch. I used to when movies had value. Well, let me tell you about YouTube and movies. All I watch anymore lately is the old movies. Oh, I'm watching so many fun old movies right now. 40s, 50s. Oh, I'm just in love. And then to see characters from shows that you know and other, like later TV shows, it's really interesting. Syed says, I waited for Zeds for so long. Lee says, I'm an outdoors person. I prefer camping than sat in front of a TV. I like being outside, but I also like my nice warm bed. Music Neve says, hey Cat, if you ain't already, check out Betty Davis. Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Definitely Betty Davis. Right now we're watching, I'm on a, it's not me, it's YouTube picking the movies for me, but lately it's been Claudette Colbert. What is her, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane? Is that like her most famous movie? Just so good. And they make you feel good. And yeah, I love those old movies. Syed says, Jack, I'm going now because I'm not feeling well. Well, I hope you feel better, Syed. And I hope you find what you're looking for. What do you see, Jack? What is it? What's going on out there? We have I know some of you know we have a baby cam out in the chicken pen with the volume up so we can hear and see what's going on. So sometimes I think when Jack looks out there, he's hearing something. Thank you, Lee. Lee says decide. Cat says bye. Where's your cow? I don't know. I didn't stay out long enough this morning to see if the cows were out or to listen for them. But they're somewhere behind me, somewhere behind the house. They might be in the barn. We've got 4 babies. So cute. Oh, so funny. I love baby cows. Music Meep says Betty Davis was great in Baby Jane. Joan Crawford matched her skills, Cat. You know, watching Joan Crawford is so interesting after watching Mommy Dearest. To go back and watch Joan Crawford and have that little insider information, it's kind of weird. Carl says the cow is in my house. Oh my gosh, maybe that's what Jack heard. Gosh, Carl, I think a cow would be much louder. It's pretty quiet. Maybe he's sleeping downstairs in the bed. What do you think? He says cows are good beef. Oh no, not the baby cows. These cows behind me, they're breeding for meat. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's what's going on, but they're all treated so well. And I love these cows. I love the bull. I love all the mama cows. I just love them so much. I can't think of that. Let me say, I will still eat a burger, but I won't think of the cows behind me when I eat a burger. I know, Lee, stop. You're hurting my heart. Nino says moo. We had baby cows. Like, my parents tried to raise a baby cow twice. And for some reason, the cows just disappeared. And I asked my dad about it later, and he said, baby cows are very hard to take care of. As in, they get sick and die. Or maybe he ate them. I don't know. I don't think they did. Carl says the cows here are dairy cows. Oh my goodness, did you hear him? What's the matter, Jack? Stop, Lee. Oh my gosh. I do like mustard on my burger. I like plain burgers with just some cheese on them. Music Meep says cat. We listen to so much radio drama over the 30 years that I consider myself slightly psychosed. Hollywood movies came after. Ah, okay. I'm just glad he didn't. Oh, Sissy says, I'm just glad he didn't come out with it and say he ate them. Oh, no, my dad's really kind. He's really kind. I don't think I don't think they would have the heart for it. When I was probably 11 or 12, we had chickens, and so my dad decided, probably my mom, but they decided they were going to butcher a chicken. I think that only happened once. I don't think we ever butchered anything else in the house. I mean, not in the house, but outside. I don't think he really had the heart for it. So funny, Sissy. No, he did not eat them when they went. Y'all are funny. Jake, good morning, Northwest. How are you, Jake? It's good to see you. Syed is sending hearts and says, "This is for you, Jack." He says thank you. But he's gone off to scratch at a door again. I see that, Lee. I just, my parents weren't that type of people. And they were doing pretty well financially. They didn't need to do stuff like that. But I agree, waste and stuff. Ah, I know. But that pet, those cows were like pets. Like I remember me and my brothers, we just loved those baby cows. Carl says, "Cat, your daughter said hi. Is she living it up in Ireland? Is she having a good time? Is she meeting lots of eligible bachelors? Well to do eligible bachelors that are very kind." Actually, I'm going to see her. What is this? Not this week, next week. The end of next week. But thanks for that message, Carl. Lee says, "You catch a fish, you eat it, you kill, you eat, you hurt, you sell the spare. Oh, you hunt. You hunt, you sell the spare." I guess if it got to be that bad. Nina says, "Cat, they have a pineapple Pepsi." That's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. Not around here, though. Sissy says, "So true, North. I learned that as a kid when a pig died on the farm and they had to hurry up to butcher it. I was a crier and did not handle it well emotionally." How do you know that the meat, something's not wrong with the animal and the meat might be bad? Is that not a thing? Music Meep says, "Peter Gabriel came out with some interesting lyrics regarding chickens on his fourth solo album. The song in question is The Family and The Fishing Man." Carl says, "You must be coming to Ireland then." Things that make you go, hmm. Syed says, "Can I see you before I go?" Jack is outside, or he's at the door. Sissy says, "Oh, that's a good question about the meat." Lee from Magnetic North Adventure says, "It goes on the length of time dead or how it died, and if it doesn't smell, it's food." Hmm. Now, don't get me wrong. I did get my chickens for food. Like if it got really desperate times, I would do what I had to do to feed Jack. I'd be out searching for nuts and berries, and I guess I'd become a vegetarian. Music Meep says, "Cat, I made a mistake. It was The Family and the Fishing Net." Okay. If I remember, I will listen to it. Sissy says, "It is actually recommended not to eat sick animals, according to Brother Google." I've taken to using ChatGPT for questions because Google takes too long. Even when Google gives you search results, you still have to search through the results they give you to find your answer. ChatGPT, it's like, nope, here you go. Yes, I agree with that, Lee. I'm not even reading the whole thing yet. Lee says, "If I hit a deer in the road and was no longer, I'm guessing it was no longer here, then you eat to honor its life and use all the materials to make tools." I think they do that in Alaska, don't they? Why don't we do that here? I mean, we have plenty of families that are hungry. It could be a program. And I absolutely would not have a problem with that. You're right, Lee. I know some good old boys do that. Like if they accidentally hit a deer, they'll come back and grab it and go. Sissy says, wow, I didn't think of that, Cat. I have a better perspective of ChatGPT now. Lee says, yes, with moose, right. Yep, that's where I saw it. Yeah, we should be doing that. I agree. Gosh, I feel like I've seen a show with a man who does go around and eat the roadkill he finds. It was not very appetizing, but he's doing just what you were talking about. I think that's a great idea. I mean, it could help some people, but I think it would take not your everyday American knows how to butcher an animal. So I think it would take some cooperation with butchers and yeah, a butcher. Sissy, you know what I found Chat GPT? I've seen Chat GPT be very valuable. Is somebody I care about very much is going through a child custody case, and her the other partner is very passive aggressive and very smart. I mean, he's so smart. It's scary. So she is very detailed when she talks to Chat GPT, and she tells the whole situation and asks for advice. And I'm not saying do this for everything, but what it's good for is it takes all the emotion that she has where she can't, as a mom, it's hard not to be emotional when it comes to your kids, but it offers some really good words and ways to look at things that take the all the extra emotion out. It's just really helpful for her. Lee says plenty of things you can eat: bark, berries, mushrooms, plants, but in other cases, it's fine. Depends on how you look on it. Agree. And we need butchers to help. What is Chat GPT? It's an app, but I think all your searches now have I think they call them, they all have different names. AI assistant. Music Meep says, well, animals are animals. Gosh, this is a long story according to my own ideology, Garden of Eden, etc., but I won't go too deep into that. Okay. Sissy says, unbiased response is actually a great thing. Yet another positive tally for that app. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Jack has just totally abandoned us. Why you make me keep hollering for you? Why are you leaving me? I'm so lonely. I'm so lonely without you. Music Leap says, Jack, you're fine. Come back. LOL. Carl says, Google is mine and Martina's friend. Jackie, what are you doing, buddy? Hmm? We're not chasing animals in the night. We're not. We're not going to bark at things. Sissy says, oh, Your bags are super cute, Cat. Both of them are something I would reach for if I saw them on a rack while out shopping. Oh, thanks. They're hand-me-downs. Thank you, though. Most of the stuff I have was given to me by other people. It's kind of funny. Yeah, easy. Here. Get it. Get it. Go. Get it. Get your bowl. There you go. There you go, my friend. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, it was super. Oh, he's going to be super loud. Are you done? Why are you looking at me like that? You are crazy. Okay, I know, Bubba. I know. You're okay. I promise you're okay. Music Meep says other people. Cat, yes. We are people who need people. Nat King Cole. And LOL at Jack. Sissy says, all my bags and clothes are also hand-me-downs. It's kind of funny. Some of my best clothes were given to me. Yep. I you know, I'm a cleaner, so people have hired me to clean, and well, especially for hoarders, and sometimes hoarders have really good stuff, so I get clothes out of that. All right, Jack. No, don't do it. Lee says, I'm going to get on with my day. Have a great day, everyone. See you soon. Thank you, Lee. Have a good day. Have fun. Be careful. Take care of yourself. And I love you. Jack, we've already looked behind him. There's nothing there, dear. Nothing at all. Nothing you want. You exposed all my secrets hiding behind the crate. You've shown my shame. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm coming. I'm coming. I am on my way. Lee says, later all. And Meep says, North, be safe. And XOXO. What can I do for you? Besides that, because you know that's not what I want to do. Okay. Sorry, he kicked off. Well, give it to me. Okay. Thanks. All these toys, and he wants to play with the t-shirt. All these toys, and you want to play with the t-shirt. Jackie. Music Meep says, well, I send XOXO to everyone I care about, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, etc. I thought it was lovely. I tell people I love them that I don't know because whether I know them or not. And that's really new for me. Except if they're in front of me in a car. Then I struggle. I struggle to find the love. No, he's not, Carl. He's not going in a cargo plane unless I can sit in cargo with him. I'll get with him. I wonder, you know, Jack has started howling now. So if he got separated from people for a while, he would be howling up a storm. Wouldn't you hear that in the plane? Hey, Jack, where's your purple cow? Yeah, that's where it's at. You gonna come get it? Aw, purple cow, purple cow. Meep says, I was just explaining customs. You're in the UK. Where are you at, Meep? I just know a lot of British people put an X like at the end of their sentences for people they care about, they like, friends. Hmm. Meep says, I am in the UK, yes, but not UK customs and exercise cat, just general, well, social customs with the XOXO. I see. My Nana always signed everything XOXO. I know you're doing OXOX, but oh, no, there it is. XOXOXO. Oh, there they are. There they are. We were looking for those. Yay. Carl says Tina says hi. Hi, Tina. Carl, um, do you said when you go to work you have a helper that goes with you, right? Um, is that any of the people that you talk about? I mean, and yes, hi Tina. I'm sorry. And Tina and Martina are two different people, right? Oh, me. What your music is AI, right? You write the lyrics, but the music itself is AI. I was wondering, what are you using? It's so good. Oh my gosh. That's what I wanted to tell you. The videos are freaking amazing. Music Meep says, and not all of us in the UK and or the USA end our posts with the OXOXO, same all over the world. Each country has its own social norms. Gosh, I wish I remembered what that song was and the video. The video was so trippy. I was like, I don't need anything to help. I mean, it was just wild. So, anybody in the background, if you haven't connected with Music Meep, you should go check them out. Check their songs out. They're really good. Really, really good. Carl says Tina and Martina live in Dundalk, which is an hour by train from Dublin. Marlon says meowy morning, every morning, everyone. I can't speak. Everyone. Good morning, Marlon. How are you? It's good to see you, my friend. Hey, Jack. Jack's pouting. What are you doing, dude? Where's your purple cow? It's begging you to let it out. You should get your purple cow. Come save it. What do you think? How are you, Marlon? How was your evening? How was your day? Not interested, huh? Okay, fine. Meep says, Cat, my music over the last few months is all AI, but that AI over the last few months is based on my original work. Yeah, this was one of your alternate. The song was from an alternate version of something else, but I don't know if it was the one you sent me a link for. Like I said, YouTube was just running, and the song came up, and I was like, "Wow, this is really good." And I looked, and it was one of yours. And I must have sat down and watched because the eyeballs on these people were nutty. It probably was the one you sent me. The woman who offered the food to the man. Is that the whole story? I haven't read the whole thing or heard the whole thing yet. Oh, Carl. Carl says if you watch Friday's live stream, you'll find out about Tina. Well, I don't know about that. Marlon says, actually okay. I helped save a life, got a gym session and meeting up with my favorite cousin coming up. I didn't get sleep, but I slept 5 hours yesterday, so should be okay. You slept 15 hours yesterday. Oh, I see. Wow. That's probably it. The covenant part sounds good, or convent sounds right. Convent of Lies song. That's one of my alternative songs. This is really good. Carl said, I meant last Friday's live stream. Yeah, I just don't know if I'm going to have the time to sit down and listen to an old live stream. I'm working on a short today that involves my Ouija board and Debbie. I have it all planned. We'll see if it comes to life the way I have it in my head. Oh, excuse me. Marlon says, never mind. I helped save 2 lives, not just one. Oops. Oh, please tell us about that. I'm sorry. I kind of glossed over that, right, Marlon? Tell us what happened. That's wild. I just went to work and griped a lot. Music Meat says, Cat, I spelled it wrong. It is Covenant of Lies song. Okay. That I feel like that. I don't know if it's just because that's the one you referred me to or if that was the name of the song I looked at. I'm very confused. I'm so confused. Marlon says, oh, nothing much, LOL. Whatever, Marlon. You can't just drop a bomb like that and not explain. That's right. Don't you forget it. You stay in here. Poor guy. That was not this. Like I said, I couldn't remember if the name was familiar because it was what you had sent me to or because it was actually what I saw yesterday. Music Moves his cat. I didn't refer you to that song, but maybe the gods had other plans. You know, I always kind of joke about Spirit using YouTube to talk to me, to send me messages. So you could be right on. I wonder if we have mice. I haven't heard anything, but I know we get them in the winter. We probably have them around. I just don't know. Crazy boy. What are you doing, Jack? I wish you'd stay out of my stuff. Marlon from Dundee in the gym says, just talking someone off the ledge and getting someone medical help. Then when the doctor didn't do their job, putting the heat on and getting different doctors there. Had help, so, oh well. Anything else is confidential. Jack, what do you have? Listen. Get out of there. Oh, you're being naughty. Stop. Stop. It's a tea bag. You found a tea bag. Stay out of stuff. What's wrong with you? But I had help for the heavy lifting in both cases. I just talked to people, so I didn't do much really. I think you did a lot. That's awesome, Marvin. Boy, that's enough. That's enough, okay? All right. Stop being rotten. I love you. I love you. Be good. Okay. All right. Is that all you needed was some love? Huh? You needed some attention? Hmm? I'm sorry. What have you been doing? Because your breath stinks. It's nasty. Your breath is nasty. Go away. I know what you've been doing. Now what? Hmm? Music Meat says, geez, that's true, Cat. Example, Spirit and YouTube. Look this way. As for me, I think you're right, Cat, but I'm not 100%. I think they will use whatever's available to get messages to us. Are we paying attention is the real question. Oh my goodness. Dog. Dog. Hi, dog. No, you're not going back over there. I'm not letting you. And you can't have my tea. I guess I'm having tea today. Yay. Thanks, Jack. I don't know how old it is. There's no date on the individually marked ones. Cool. I have tea. Marlon's laughing. Hi, Bubba. Okay. What can I do for you? That's a boo-boo you gave me, sir. Where's your shirt? Go get your shirt. Go get it. Go get it. Where is it? Where's Mom's shirt? What'd you do with it? Music Meat says, are we being selective and paying attention? Example, discipline. Are we being selective? For sure. For sure. There's always something that looks shinier and prettier, and I'd rather do that than quiet down and pay attention to what's being sent to me. I think it definitely takes a practice to pay attention, whether that be meditation or everybody has their own types of meditation, I think. There's a lot of people who walk and meditate, garden and meditate. My thing is cleaning. When I'm cleaning, I'm wide open. I don't know why. I think it's just a distraction. That's my arm. All right, here you go. He fell. See, if you had let me cut your toes some more, if you had let me cut the hair on your feet some more, you wouldn't be slipping and sliding like that, sir. That's all your fault. It is. Music Meat says, I'm not trying to be clever, Cat, but some things in our core we should scream, no, this is not right. I agree. I think sometimes we see so many things that are no, this is not right, that we dull our senses by being distracted with stuff. For me, it's old movies. Marlon says, I'm not sure he understands the connection. Marlon, that's pretty amazing that happened to you. Sorry, Jack. I didn't mean to do that to you. There you go. Better? Luz. Hello, Luz. How are you? Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. Uh-oh, you dropped it. Now what? Hmm? Oh, Marlon is saying that what happened? Your big day where you saved lives. Come on. Catch up, Marlon. I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm just thinking about what you went through and how amazing that is. And I wonder if that's something you needed to experience to show you how much you are needed. Martin says, actually, while saving is too much, I did help someone enjoy life just a little bit who isn't well and doesn't have much time left. Honestly, that's a regular Tuesday to me, literally. Wow. Oh, your Tuesday's already over. Mine's just starting. Music Meep says, well, I wrote a song that started off with Dull My Senses, but that was in 2016. I can't recall the rest apart from In the Morning Light. Nina says, it's 4:20. Awesome. Marlon says, usually just one, maybe two in one day, but it's not uncommon. Often the usual suspects, though. Ah, I see. That's a lot, Marlon. I find I have a hard time being around people who are super negative and super down all the time. Like, of course, I want to be helpful, but for me, it's just very hard to be around people like that all the time. And like you said, usual suspects, there are people who are addicted to being depressed or addicted to the chaos. Oh, Marlon says, no, it's morning here too, 10:21. Carl says, enjoy your day, everyone. You too. Carl has to go because it's 4:20. Have a good one, Carl. Thank you for coming by. And I love you, Carl. Have a good day. Music Meet says, but I'm listening to Kat's response to the text. I hope it gets better. Breaking those chains, breaking those chains. What do you think, Jack? Hmm? You have nothing to say? Hmm? Marlon says, it's not that bad, lol. I just do what I can, but it really depends on who you're dealing with. I had people mentally abuse me and use self harm, yes, as a means to an end against me. No thanks to that. Exactly. It's called being held hostage. Marlon says, I managed to work myself out of that one carefully without collaterals, but I know to be careful. I don't know if this is right or wrong, but I was in my car in between stores yesterday and I saw this woman. She might have been an older mother of two young kids, or she might have been a grandmother, but she had these kids and this boy. She whipped that boy into the backseat of the car and she whooped his butt. I was getting all upset and I was about to say something and then I watched. She shut the door and that kid started climbing. He was upside down in that car with his feet on the ceiling. He was just full of energy. And I was like, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. This boy is a handful. Like I said, I don't know if it's right or wrong that she beat his butt, but it didn't really seem to affect him. Maybe it will later. I don't know. But it was one of those things where I wanted to take action. I was like, oh, should you just sit back and be quiet? You don't really know what's going on. Music meets his cat. Life's too short. We are living a wild adventure of our life here. It's full of tragedy, hope, and trepidation. We need to be, well, full of adventure. That sounded like a gunshot. Why is somebody shooting? Oh, huh. Weird. Life's a lot. I was thinking about what you said. I agree, making the most of every moment. It's hard to remember to do that, especially when you just get caught up in life and a bad day at work. So funny. All morning, well, all weekend, I was dreading Monday. all weekend I was dreading Monday because it's just a lot of work. It's so much work. It's overwhelming. I don't feel like it's something I can handle by myself anymore. Maybe 10 years ago when I first started working for Pepsi, or even 5 years ago, but I am definitely not that girl anymore. And I get so overwhelmed and stressed out about it all weekend. So what you're saying, Meep, is really valuable to me. Is to just let that crap go, because it ended up being fine. I asked for help from my team, my spirit team, and I was doing so well. And then by lunch, I was okay. But I did have a few moments in there where I was just being very gripey, even though it wasn't going that bad, just because I built up this day to be so terrible instead of enjoying the moments that I was living at that time. Boomtown Rats, I don't like Mondays. See, but Mondays should be good for me because they're my Fridays. I'm gonna holler at him. He won't listen to me if I just ask him nicely to come back, but if I use my loud mom voice, he listens temporarily. I don't know why somebody's shooting outside, but I don't feel like I should go out there looking in the dark when somebody's got a gun. So I must stay in here. I'm all right, thanks. Is it still hunting season? I don't know. But it's dark. People shouldn't be hunting. But maybe it's something getting into the chicken pen next door. Still the world's Monday, though. You're right. And I think it probably carries an energy that the exact same energy music people was saying. Don't like Mondays. But, anyways, thank you, Meet. Thank you for that reminder that, it's important to live right now and not in the future or in the past. Martin says, but yeah, I like the saving how I do it. Me, if anything, I want to be able to do more and be more hands-on, not less. Why don't you look into becoming a emergency medical, like EMS? Yes. Why don't you look into something like that, Marlon? That's hands-on and definitely helping somebody. That's like some real rewarding stuff, immediate gratification. Music Meep says, I won't quote the lyrics to that song, Cat. Your channel would get closed down, lol. Thank you. Needless to say, silicon chip inside her mind is switched to overload, etc. Huh. I don't know the song. Oh, let me see. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. The only problem with ChatGPT is that you have a limited amount of things you can ask on their good version. After that, you can ask on their lower version, whatever it is. It's all just sales. Did I ask you, Meep? Are you keeping it close to the vest? What programming you're using for your music? What AI program you use? If you want to keep it to yourself, I understand, because whatever it is, it's really good. He says y'all have to look it up. That's what I'm doing. I opened ChatGPT to ask. Oh, Marlon says, no, that's too much for me and I don't fit the school system, so I wouldn't get the qualification. There's other things like, I mean, it's not paid. If you could handle it, hospice volunteers, they're always looking for volunteers. And they do some training, but I did that for about a year. I did Meals on Wheels, which I enjoy doing. Um, and I did hospice, which it broke my freaking heart. It just really, I don't know. It was a lot. It was too much for me. I feel so terrible about that too, because those people need help. They don't need help. They need company. They just need company because a lot of them, their families have deserted them. It's really freaking sad. Okay, let's close that and let's look back down to the words. Silicon. That's come up twice in the past couple days. I don't know why it's needling at the back of my brain, the hospice thing. I put clips. Silly. Inside her mind. Is switched to overload. Song. It's from the song I Don't Like Mondays by Boomtown Rats. A tragic real life event in San Diego where a teenage girl committed, wow, in 1979. You don't hear about stuff like that happening way back then. And said she did it because she didn't like Mondays. The song uses that line as a metaphor for alienation, media desensitization, and societal breakdown. I didn't read all the lyrics, it's just the breakdown of it. I'm a holler at Jack again. All right, you're a good boy. That's not what I said 5 seconds ago, but that's what I'll say when you can actually hear me. You're a good boy. Sir, you stay in here, okay? I don't know if you can hear my tummy, but it's ridiculous and embarrassing. Okay. Oh my gosh, stop it. My stomach used to talk like this when I was in school. And when we were trying to do assignments or something, we're supposed to be quiet, and my stomach would be growling like that. Oh, so embarrassing. But you know what I always realized that it's energy moving through me whenever, I don't know, interesting. Okay, Kat, I'm using Grok to advance my thoughts. They are deep. And Grok always says thank you to me. And I've nursed many people in the past as they was passing away. Yeah, I think some people, and maybe I feel like maybe there'll be a time in my life where I'm in a better place where I can be more helpful to those people. But, I really saw a big need, big need. And, kudos to you, Meet. I did actually, after that, take care of an older gentleman who had just had a stroke, and I took care of him for like 5 years before he passed, and that's when I lost my job. But the funny thing is, he was a pastor. He was a Baptist preacher. Yes, he was. And I was just in the process of maybe leaving religion, But I worked for him and his wife for 5 years, and it was beautiful. And um, for the past 3 months, we knew it was time. It was getting to be time. He broke his hip, and when an elder person breaks their hip, the statistics are not very good. I don't know what it is, but so having had the hospice knowledge, I knew what to tell the family, and I knew what to expect, and it ended up being a beautiful passing. Huh. Meep says, it is what it is, Cat. It's what it is, Cat. Every living thing wants to live. Mr. Spock. Is that something he said? Not to be confused with Dr. Spock. Dr. Spock was the doctor when I was a kid that my mom listened to, right? Every living thing wants to live. Mr. Spock, Leonard Nimoy. Yeah, I used to that used to be the show I would have in the background as a kid. Back when I talked to ghosts. You see how Jack he just opened my purse so he could go through it. He's so smart. So clever. Oh, he just took it off the handle. Ooh. He says, it's time to go to the beach, Mom. That's where all my bathing suits and stuff are. Yes, sir. 1 week. No, not that one. Jack. No. You're being very funny. Steve says he had dogs paying attention, Cat, telepathically. Oh, well. Oh, see, this is it. This is what he does about this time. Right before I end the live stream and have to get ready to really get ready to go to work. Head out the door, actually. That's where he goes. Hi, Squirrel Sniper. He says, woke up late to find my van with a parking in an empty car park. This world is a real joke. That's because everybody else knew not to park there, Squirrel Sniper. I'm so sorry. I really am sorry. That sucks. It does suck. Don't you ever watch those tow shows where they just wait for that one person to park in that parking lot that they're not supposed to? They're just waiting. They go and they do their rounds to all the parking lots. Not helpful, Cat. I got you. Meep, I've enjoyed your company. Thank you. Who was that, Jack? Was that you? It was you. What was the movie I was watching right before I had to end it because of this? It was so good. It was Don't Trust Your Husband, a 1948 comedy. Boss Jones. Hi, Joanne. How are you? It's good to see you, my friend. Thank you for coming in. Meep says, at Squirrel Sniper, if it helps, I parked up in a car park one time, only to wake up in the middle of a car boot sale in my undies. Oh, I hope that helps. Squirrel Sniper says, just comes after a late night, no sleep, and a day of working in the rain. I'm sorry. That does suck. The perfect sucky ending to a perfectly sucky day. Why are you not sleeping though? I remember last night you said you were going to check on the kids during Yogi's stream. Okay. Did I really look at that much stuff this morning? Hey, somebody was asking about that methylene blue, and this pharmacist says it is not the miracle biohack that people claim, and that it can actually mess with some other medications, specifically antidepressants, and put you in a serotonin overload. Is that what he said? Something like that. Anyways, methylene blue, not all it's cracked up to be. I keep hearing it being talked about. I'm getting cold. I did turn the heat on, but maybe I need to turn it up. Or maybe I need to go back to bed. What time is it? Oh, my heat just came on. It heard me. Oh, I am magical. I have powers like that. I was talking to somebody about, what was that? Gifts. Special gifts that are given temporarily. I like that one. I just mentioned the heat coming on and it comes on. Wow. The next magical gift I want to have is to be able to blink my eyes like I dream of Jeannie, like Jeannie did, and have all my makeup done. Be completely ready for work. There we go. Back there. Oh, I saved this video. It said he showed parallel reality. I think it's probably going to be that double slit theory now that I'm looking at it. Meep says, LOL, hey, well, some people ain't arrived at that juncture yet, but I can tell you this. Methylene blue works. Well, I'm sure it does. Sissy says, I'm back and that was funny, LOL. What happened? What was funny? I missed it. I missed it, man. 447, yes. Are you talking about my magical powers? Look up a person called Clive DeCarl. Who is that? Tell me about them. Do they have those magical powers? The eye blinking to have your makeup. Haven't you ever felt like that? Wouldn't that be great? I often think that. Clive to Carl. He's a British individual who appears to be active in the nutritional supplement, health, and wellness field. He sells supplements. Sissy's not saying anything. She's probably one of those absolutely beautiful without makeup people. Like one of my, like some people I know. When I was a kid, 13, there was a redhead that lived down the road, and she used to come visit my dad because he was a drug dealer. And he had a big crush on her. She was a beautiful, tall redhead. Oh, just naturally gorgeous. And I think we both had a crush on her. And one day she came over, and it was a Saturday. I was just hanging out, and I didn't have any makeup on. 13 now. And she said to me, "Are you okay? You look like you're sick." And so that always stuck in my head, that without makeup, I look like I'm sick. Stupid, right? It's just really, really messed up how our minds go. Sissy says, "I love makeup artistry or anyone but myself. I always seem to do better looks for others." Interesting. I knew it. I knew that about you. Music Meep says, "Clive promotes methylene blue. Excuse my spelling. Clive 75 now and fit as a fiddle." Eh, eh. You know, I think I'm going to believe the pharmacist who's not making any money off of it versus the person who's making money off of it. Anyways, I'm not a big supplement person. Magnesium, I need magnesium. I don't know why, but I have some terrible muscle fatigue without it. Marlon says, "Ouch, LOL." But you know why I really like A Course in Miracles? Because that's not who I am. The body is just something the ego has made up. Oh, Marlon, that's lovely. Marlon says, "Well, I haven't seen anyone who I preferred with makeup over without." Hmm, that's lovely. Yeah, I don't know. Girls' brains. That was just a pivotal moment, not really having a mom figure, but just somebody I really looked up to. Marlon says, "And if it's someone really close, definitely, because all that stuff stinks." Marlon, Meep says, "My headphones just died. I switched my mini speakers on." Oh, it switched my mini speakers back on. Yo, lo-fi. How odd. Oh, too lo-fi. How odd. Was it because of Lucy's Music. I love the song. Makes me want to dance. Marlon says, growing up with my mom and sister, whenever they put anything on their face, hugging them was uncomfortable for me. I'm so glad I have someone who agrees. Oh, it came on again. Wow. Sissy says, I love both versions of me. As I get older and makeup looks different on my skin, I am aiming to improve my skin more so I don't need the makeup. I look half dead without at least 2 dots of concealer. 2 dots. Oh, come on. Sissy, 2 dots of concealer. All right, Kat. But I understand what you're saying about the skin, absolutely, because the concealer and foundation does not work the same, or maybe you see it differently, or I don't know. But yes, I realize like you should drink more water, Kat. And she says that's for each under eye. LOL. Well, I'm a freckly faced redhead, so and I can be super pale. So I understand the death thing, looking like that. Sissy says I had the same epiphany with the water. Yep. But there's something else that Yogi's been talking about that has really stuck with me is about your gut health. And I think your gut health will also affect your skin health. At least that's the things that I'm getting that are really sticking with me. The messages for me, anyways. Have I taken action on them? Well, I bought some. I bought some sauerkraut, so somewhat. Yes, Laura Ingalls Wilder, or what was her real name? Was it Melissa something? Gilbert had all the freckles. Yes, but when she grew up, she got pretty because she wore makeup. She was a cute kid. Sissy says, I was so happy when a couple loved ones dropped off a care package while I'm sick, and there was a case of spring water with it. Oh, nice. I've actually gone away from anything bottled. Marlon says, if I actually like someone, it doesn't matter anyway. I just don't start growing a beard and we're good. Uh-oh. Well, then it's just not true love, Marlon, because women grow beards. Not truly beards. They might call it a beard with a hair or two, but a chin beard, a goatee. I remember my Nana being in the hospital and I said, can I bring you anything, Nana? And she says, yes, bring me a razor because she wanted to shave her face. I loved her so much. And my mom was like, don't bring her a razor. And I'm like, I'm bringing her a razor. uh, Music Meek says, Cat, she was pretty with the freckles. That's the point. She was cute. Yogi says, but don't ignore the body. And that's the inner Ken Wapnick. Thank you so much, Ken Wapnick. And good morning, Yogi. Marlon says, hi there, my sexy chapster. Sorry, Yogi. Your beard is sexy, of course. Oh, yes, Yogi's beard is sexy. Sissy says, I am taking a 10-in-1 supplement to clear things out of my body and rest my gut. In turn, the skin will also improve. Reset my gut, not rest. Oh, got you. Marlon says, LO Cat. I mean a proper beard, not just not into dudes, but that was obvious. But I hope that was obvious. I mean a proper beard. Okay. Music Meep says, when my gran was in an old people's home, I asked her, do you need anything, man? And she said, yes, whiskey, LOL. Oh my gosh. When I was taking care of the Baptist preacher and his wife, their neighbor Georgia, I would go over and visit her. She was alone. And I would go over and visit her. And she'd go, I had to go to the liquor store to get some medicine. But don't tell the Herbies. Because she was a church lady too. It was so funny. Marlon says, a few stray hairs won't set me off anywhere. That's good. That's very good of you. Nani, hello, how are you? Good morning. And then um, when Mr. Irby passed, the pastor's wife, she was moving and she was getting free boxes, but somebody gave her free empty liquor boxes and she didn't want to use them because people would think she drank all that liquor. She was so funny. Meep says, P.S. Cat, I brought her some whiskey, LOL. She was called Amy, the light of my life. Aw. My mom kept me away from my Nana, and she always told stories that, my Nana didn't want to see us. But later on, as I was an adult and my Nana was kind of living with my mom, I would go in her room and sit with her for a while, and she'd just pat my knee and she'd say, I know, talking about my mom. It was so lovely. And I wonder if all those stories about her not wanting to be around us were true. Nani says, hi, Music Meep. And Music Meep says, hi back, Nani. Oh, look, guys, it is 5:01. Do you think Yogi's ready? I didn't put his link up. I'm so sorry. Just a yogi, or just a yogi doing burpees in his basement, is going to be live any second now. I'm sure he's rushing. He's turning on his computer. Oh no, he's turning on his phone. Oh no, he's got to leave us. All right, guys, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Music Me, thank you for hanging out with me all day, all morning. I really appreciate you. It's been a great talk. And everybody else, I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for your energy. And there's Yogi's live stream right there. Thank you, Sissy. And I will see you guys later. Bye.